guys. Okay, so I guess I'm finally making the Atlantis video. um, so a very long time ago, there was a group of beings. They were like Nordic, blonde-haired, blue-eyed beings that came to Earth to establish a colony of people. Um, they had came in a time where reptilians did inhabit the Earth. Reptilian, like humanoid beings. These people had naturally evolved. They took the natural evolutionary path, whereas human beings did not. Human beings were created by these blonde-haired, blue-eyed beings, as well as a few other galactic star races, mixed with Neanderthal DNA. So they used this Neanderthal DNA. They mixed with the humans of the Earth, these blonde-haired beings, and they because they needed these beings were non-physical. You have to keep in mind they needed that Neanderthal DNA to like anchor them into the physical dimension. So these people came with very like spiritually in tune practices, with very like a lot of knowledge and just a very high vibrational resonance, very connected to spirit, that kind of thing. And they had a lot of practices that were very much in according to their civilization. These beings created, I don't know if I said this already, but they created the chakra system. They created ley lines and like the grids and vortexes on Earth. They worked with crystals. They had, technology to give energy. It's like to pull energy from the Earth, where we didn't have like, plugs and power stations and stuff like that. You didn't have to like pay money for energy. It was a very connected, society, and these people began having children. Well, the children who were born of Earth, they began to grow kind of like restless. They were I guess, bored. They were bored. And energy manipulation and energy work was very easy. They were very knowledgeable. They knew how to, manipulate energy and create life, and they were very, very, very advanced. So they created another civilization more in accordance to what they wanted, and this was called Atlantis. Well, Atlantis, and I feel like this time is a lot similar, a lot like Atlantis, this particular time in history, and I think that's why people are starting to talk a little bit more about it. But these beings kind of ran themselves into the ground. They created, and this is what the fall of Atlantis was. They created a utopian society. However, a lot of them, a few of them, rose up to the ranks and began to be corrupt. So this corruption ended up leading them to the ultimate demise, their demise. They sank their civilization into the ground, quite literally, into the sea, I guess you could say. And the devastation was very like cataclysmic. It was very dramatic, very intense. It wasn't, I'd say, very sudden. I don't think it was anything like slow and steady, that kind of thing. But I feel like these beings, they were just really ignorant in their practices. They thought they were almost like invincible when they weren't. And I don't think that they understood the reverberations of their actions. So the fall happened, and a lot of the souls decided to reincarnate lifetime after lifetime after lifetime again on Earth, which a lot of times, this is when you hear about like healers who get stuck in the karmic cycle, or people who just feel, because a lot of healers feel very tired, very like done with being here. And it's because you guys have spent lifetime after lifetime after lifetime playing the human game, because we aren't humans having a soulful experience, we're souls having a human experience. You guys learned how to kind of blend into the 3D, get a job, do the normal 9 to 5 thing, that kind of thing. Because lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, you guys had these beings, these hyper intelligent beings, starseed beings, healers, the healers of the world. You guys have turned off your healing ability because you You have been spending lifetime after lifetime being ridiculed and outcasted and treated like absolute garbage, just being hanged and drowned and burned and hunted and like truly feared. So a lot of healers and a lot of psychics, I said in a previous video, in my starseed video, they are still asleep, and this is why, because you guys have spent a lot of time here, and it's been a very dangerous thing, right? There was a lot of souls who decided to do the reincarnation thing, and there was also another group of souls who decided to get out of there. They were like, all right, well, this is screwed, like we gotta, let's go do something else until we can come back and basically right our wrongs. These people, a lot of times, are like the real weird ones. Sometimes they have difficulty holding down like a normal job, or they struggle with like eating or like exercise or like dressing, or sometimes they struggle, just like normal things. Things that you would do for a body, like brushing your teeth, or just like regular maintenance, that kind of thing. A lot of starseeds actually struggle with this because they're not used to having like a physical form. I am one of these beings. I struggle with eating. I struggle with eating and I struggle with like exercise, and it sounds like it's a normal thing, but in a way that I feel like I shouldn't have to eat. Like, if that sounds, I know that's weird, but like I feel like I shouldn't have to eat. Like, I guess I could just photosynthesize like a plant. That would be really cool, right? But some of the beings took this thing like cosmic retirement, right? They kind of just rested a while. Well, not really rested. They did other things in other places. And they don't feel that same fear of being, psychic and being outspoken. A lot of these people are excited to be here. They're not tired. They're not like this again, that kind of thing. But a good many of the starseeds and the healers that I've spoken with are the former. They're very tired because they've been doing this for a long time. And a lot of these people, the people who have been here lifetime after lifetime, they'll struggle with consistency with their like healing abilities because they've been so used to turning it off, right? So each group has their struggles, but this is a time where stuff is quickening, and we're kind of moving into a place where we're going to start having a lot of technology and things come out that were very similar to those in Atlantis. And I feel a great many of us feel that, almost like that pressure and anxiety to get it right this time, right? There's not going to be any kind of cataclysm, even though a lot of us kind of subconsciously fear that. And I think it's just because it's something that is stored in our collective. It was a very, like I said, it was a very, very traumatic experience for a lot of people. But yeah, I'd love to hear anything that you guys have to say about it, or any comments, questions. Leave them down below. Thanks so much.